come in and out a little bit today, but what we're announcing tonight and what we're doing tonight, it barely needs an MC, to be honest. We're building the library of the future here. We need your help with that. We want you involved in it. We want everybody here to play a part in it. I hope you've all been checking out the stations we worked so hard on. Been showing you how we digitize films, how we scan books, how we play old video games, how we do stuff. We do stuff here. Hey, Brewster, you around? You in the house?
Welcome to the open world. Welcome to the Internet Archive. This is actually a big deal for us. We've only once in our past made a change in direction. And this is one of those nights we're announcing a change in direction for the Internet Archive. And it involves you guys. So this is going to be a participatory year coming up if we can do this successfully. The whole idea of what we're doing is we're going to build libraries together. That's our new theme. And it's a big difference. When we started this place in 1996, the idea was to just build an archive of the internet. People were going and putting their souls into going and pouring what it is they knew into the World Wide Web and other services. And the idea was to go and build an archive of it so that you could go and do data mining and searching and And actually, we've done a pretty good job of that, I would say. So just the web collection, I'm told by those that know how to count so high, we now have 430 billion web pages at Rock. It's growing at about 1 billion pages a week. So it's starting to get big out there. It's, 9 petabytes of data. And if you crane your necks and look at these machines that are in the back, those are 5 petabytes out of our 19 petabytes. And one thing that I find really cool is the lights on them blinking mean that somebody's either uploading something or downloading something from the Internet Archive. So it's getting about 2 to 3 million people a day coming and using not just the web collection, but the whole collections. And it puts us around the 200th most popular website in the world, which I think is pretty darn cool.
So, building libraries together, it takes place in many ways, right? It's often one book at a time, okay? But the next person I'm going to bring out, well, he's been working with a whole bunch of people over the last few years, and thanks to him, we have 2 million books scanned online. At this point, we have 50 miles of books, and we have 1,000, this is a real number, 1,000 new books scanned in a day at the Internet Archive, scanned in from 5 continents and 8 countries, okay? And so the man who's responsible for that, who wants to show you some fun stuff, is Robert Miller, our Director of Books.
I'd like to introduce to you our newest family member and highlight before the applause a few differences. Six feet, 40 inches. 350 pounds, 62 pounds. Free trim. 2 days to assemble, 3 days to learn how to use, 10 minutes and no tools to put it together, and you can be scanning on it in 10 minutes, and many of you have scanned 5 pages downstairs. But I think the most important thing, as Brewster pointed out, is this gives us an opportunity to share with the community a tool to free up content that never could have made it to a digitization center, as Jason said, in 8 continents, including ours. Content that could not come because it was too fragile to travel, or more importantly, content that couldn't come to us because it had to be done by a librarian. So please join me in a warm welcome and introduce to our new family, into our family, the Tabletop Scribe.
I want you to hear about the next piece of web scanning we're doing with the woman who was there at the beginning 9 years ago with Archive It, Christine Hanna.
Thank you, Jason. I don't think I've ever been introduced by a fellow in a top hat before. So I'm so excited to be here tonight with all of you celebrating, and welcome to our home in our beautiful building. So tonight I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Archive It. When we first started the Internet Archive, when Brewster founded it in 1996, we used automated crawlers, machines, to capture web content. And as the years went on, we realized what we really needed were people. We needed communities to capture what was truly important on the World Wide Web. Archivists, librarians, curators, subject matter experts, people with deep knowledge and passion and understanding of subjects and topics and domains. So, with a small team and a small group of believers and supporters, we launched Archive It 1.0 in February 2006. And essentially, Archive It allowed anybody to be a web archivist.
I've got Roger McDowell. He's going to talk about the TV news projects that he's working on now.
Good evening. I'd like you all to imagine that it's 50 years ago tonight, and you're watching TV.
8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Vote for President Johnson on the ballot. The stakes are too high for you to stay home.
A couple years ago, in the context of the 2012 elections, we opened up an archive of all national U.S. television news and local news from the San Francisco and Washington, D.C. metropolitan areas. Opened it up for search. Opened it up by using the closed captioning, repurposing it for search to allow people to find exact portions they were looking for. Allowing people to compare, contrast, quote, and borrow television for the first time to reflect back on this wavefront that sweeps over us, but has no pause and rewind button on that experience in order to go, what the heck was that just went by? What we've done, in some ways of looking at it, is provide everybody with the capability to be a bit of the Jon Stewart Show production team. To allow you to go, oh, wait a minute, what about that? And what about this? And to wrap that in your own commentary. The Jon Stewart Show research team, yes, but we offer you the opportunity to dig much deeper. And sometimes that digging is beyond the scale of a single human to do it. In those cases, we're starting to allow select experimenters to come in to our servers with their algorithms to study the entire corpus of our television news archive and try to learn to ask big questions of big data and make better sense of what the television is representing.
Well, we thought the machines were going to save us. We thought the machines were going to do it all. We thought that if we just archived the World Wide Web and had our spiders go out there and crawl it all, that we would be done. And we weren't. Really, we needed people to help every step of the way. We thought we'd just go out there and just digitize all of the books and we'd be done. And it turns out that's not really the process either. That there are collections that really reflect the communities that have built them, that love them, that understand them, and they have to be brought and kept alive together in the digital world in the same way that they have come together in the physical world. The television, we thought all we have to do is just archive television from around the world. We started in the year 2000. Rod Hewitt, who's here, worked for 12 years collecting 20 channels, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Iraqi, Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN, and 24 hours a day. We thought we had it. But it turns out that's not it. That you actually need people to go and find bits and pieces, put it in new context, put it in new user interfaces so that you can actually understand your world in new and different ways. So that is our evening tonight. I want to thank you very much.
like go running in the streets about the new interface. Amazing work. That has been something, okay? You've been a great audience tonight to listen through all of our different awesome things we've been working on. We've been having so much fun planning this thing. And we've had such an enjoyable night tonight, and I just want to let you know that, you've been a great audience, but more than just being an audience, I want to put this thing back up again. More than being an audience, none of this matters without you, right? I mean, a book that isn't being read is just a big pile of paper, and a computer server that isn't being used is just a real big time and bandwidth suck, right? I mean, we need you. And that's why the theme is building libraries together, okay? We're gonna need you to work with this, you to try out our collections, you to listen to our music, and yes, you to financially support. So, it's archive.org/donate. We are gonna have a fundraising run at the end of the year. We take subscriptions by credit card now. We even take Bitcoin. So we're gonna be sending out a message to you guys. Don't just drag it to the trash. Open it, read a little bit about what we're up to, and I hope that you guys consider spreading the word. One of the perceptions that people have, because I do a lot of traveling out there, is that in some way, we kind of have the same problem NPR does. People think that we're a government organization. You'd think, but no, they actually think that we're just raking in tax dollars and keeping this thing going, that the largest corpus of old websites is being funded by the government. It's not. It's not. It's this guy and you and everyone else we can convince to give money towards this amazing tax-deductible event. Because if you open your hearts and you open your wallets, we will work to keep all of this data up forever for free.